My name is Holly Thompson. This is at the JCC. I'm a Pilates teacher. I'm also a personal trainer, a fascial stretch therapist, and also a Z-Health practitioner. So at the JCC, I've been teaching Pilates for over 2 years. So we're going to do a Pilates mat class that you can do from your own home. And it's going to be all levels. So whatever level you're at, if you're a beginner, you might have to modify a couple things. If you're advanced, focus on your precision and your breathing and your contractions. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do is you need to have a mat or a really thick padded carpet for the class. So I have a Pilates mat. Let me show that to you guys. It's a pretty thick mat. If you have yoga mats at home, you want to stack about 3 of those together so you have enough padding. We're going to do a couple of things on a wall. So you would have a little bit of wall space, or if you have a door, if you're in an office or something, you can close the door and just lock it so no one walks in on you. Okay. Third thing, if you have a high back chair or something for balance, that would be handy. If not, we can use the wall for balance support. So what I'll do is I'll just demonstrate on the wall. I think everybody has a wall at home, or maybe you can get some space. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by practicing a neutral stance. Oh, we have somebody popping in just in time before we get moving. And let's see here. And there you go. Hi. Can you hear me? You ready?
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right. Okay. So the only thing we need for class today is the Pilates mat, or a thick mat, padded floor area is fine as long as it's cushioning, and a little bit of wall space.
Okay.
Okay, got it?
Yep.
All right, great. We're just going to do a couple things standing, and then we're going to go right to the floor. So I'm going to show you my feet. So go ahead and stand up in a neutral stance. And make sure those feet are right under the hips. Get nice and tall. Okay. Put your hands on the rib cage area, just on the low ribs. Take a couple of deep breaths. And you can feel what the ribs are doing. They should be expanding with that inhale. Good. Take another deep breath. Good. Now stay there. I'm going to adjust the camera for the next move. We're going to go right into a side bend. Okay. So from here, take your feet a little bit wider apart. Stay tall. Bend to your left. Take a big deep breath into the right side of the ribs. We're going to do one more big deep breath there. Really focus on that expansion. Awesome. Come to the center while you're exhaling. And let's tip over to the other side. Opening up the left side of the ribs. Breathe into there, nice and deep. And back up to center. Right, go ahead and shake any tension out. We're going to come on down to the floor. So I'm going to adjust my camera again, and adjust your camera if you want me to see you. You may not want me to see you. If you don't want me to see you, that's fine.
No, you can see.
I can give you audio instructions. So once we get on the floor, you're going to lay down, we're going to lay down your back. Okay, for the first one. Okay. You're going to walk your feet in so that your inner thighs are going to be touching and connected. We're going to lay down. You're going to take the arms, and I want you to really start to press the arms back into the floor. Okay. I'm going to move my microphone while you're doing that. All right. So we have a nice tricep contraction. Okay. Now, the cool thing is with Pilates, you've probably seen a lot of toned triceps with people that do Pilates. We do a lot of isometric contractions of the triceps. So we're going to start that now. And what that is pressing back, engaging between the elbow and the shoulder, and we're going to maintain that contraction while we go through this exercise set. Okay, so keep that contraction. We're going to tilt the pelvis back towards the floor and roll the pelvis up a little bit to about, you're going to roll through your spine to about the shoulder blades.
Take a deep breath in, keep those arms pressing back, and then exhale and roll down. And we're doing that one vertebra at a time that we do in Pilates, right? And we're gonna go through a few of these. So we're gonna roll back and then roll up, maintain that tricep or upper arm contraction, exhale and start to roll down. Good. Now keep going. You're gonna do one more, but I'm gonna watch so I can see you guys a little better. Great. Now that looks awesome. So when you come down, all you're gonna do is walk the feet apart just a little bit, about hip distance apart. Okay. We're gonna maintain that tricep contraction. If you need to take a break from it and go back into it, that's fine. It's totally fine. Now we're gonna lift the hips up into a bridge. So we're gonna stretch the front of the hips out while we engage the glutes on the backside. We're gonna lower the hips straight down. So we're not gonna roll. We're just gonna hinge at the hips. Okay, we're gonna do that a few more times. So lift up and coming down. I'm gonna do this one with you. My legs are tight, so this feels really good. Okay. And then go ahead and do one more. Squeeze that backside, lift, and then coming down. All right, awesome. So from here, we're now going to bring the legs up into a frog leg. So the feet are flexed. Press the arms back into the mat. Hi. And from here, we're going to press out, straighten the knees, point the toes, and then bend back into this frog. So as you're doing that, you want to keep the abs pulled in, about a skin deep contraction, and we want to keep the back all the way on the mat. You don't want to arch it. Okay, go ahead and come back in, bring the legs together, keep the feet flexed, and then we're going to press out and in, keeping the legs together this time. Okay. Okay, one more. All right, awesome. Now, keeping the legs together, straighten your legs all the way up to the ceiling, and we're going to lower the legs about halfway towards the floor, and then straight back up. Okay. All right, keep going. I want to see if I can see you guys a little better. Beautiful. Yeah, if you want me to see you, you can move the mic, you can move your camera. But if you don't want me to see you, you can just follow the instructions. All right, great. Go ahead and bend your knees in towards your chest. And we're going to do one more of this leg series. So for the next one, we're going to now point the toes, press the legs out, so they're down about 45 degrees, open the legs, and then close. Open, close. This is called beats. And good. One more. Awesome. Bring the knees in and then rock it out. Okay. Now we're going to go into the 100 exercise. So we're going to start with the knees bent to 90. Try to imprint the spine to get that lower spine down into the floor. Take the arms up to the ceiling and then straighten the legs out to that 45 degree. You're going to inhale to prepare, come up into your hundreds and start pumping the arms up and down. So we're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 32, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 42, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 52, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 62, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 72, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 82, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 92, 3, 4, 5, exhale. One more. Exhale and relax. Bring your knees in. You should be feeling the abs start to work a little bit more, right? Yeah. Okay, great. So now we're going to take one leg out. You're going to straighten it on your mat. we're gonna go back to that strong tricep contraction. So we're gonna press the back of the elbow to the back of the shoulder into the mat. The other leg, we're gonna straighten it up to the ceiling, point the toe. Now, if your hamstrings are really tight, mine are a little bit, you can bend the knee a little bit, okay? If not, straightening is gonna be the best way to get the stretch, okay? But you don't wanna do too much stretch. So I'm gonna bend mine a little bit. We're gonna circle through the hip socket, making a circle. We're gonna take the leg out towards the side of the body, a little bit across the midline for the circle. Keep those triceps contracted. So it's gonna make your arms look nice and be really strong. Okay, let's change direction of the circles. Pay attention to your pelvis. Try to keep your pelvis stable and don't let it rock and roll. It's not the time for rock and roll. Like smooth jazz on the pelvis, I don't know. All right, one more. And then bend your knee and then stretch the leg back out. So now that leg is gonna stay straight on the floor and kind of pressing back down into it, nice. So let's take the other leg up, figure out if you need to bend it or if straightening is good for you. Then we're gonna start that circle going out to the side of the body. Okay, one more. And change direction. I've been working with so many people on Zoom, I'm learning a lot about interior decor. Like checking out people's homes and figuring out better ways to design it. All right, one more. It sounds creepy, but it's not. I have one client that's she's got a workout room with just beautiful curtains and sunlight. I'm like, oh, I like how her curtains are. See if I can get some of those. All right, so lower your leg down and lengthen the leg out, back out on the mat. Now we're gonna go into some of the ab series. So we're gonna start with the knees pulled in. If you have no neck injuries, you can lift it. If you do, keep your head down. Choose whichever one's good for you. We're gonna take one leg and stretch it out. So you're gonna look right to the toes on that straightened leg, and then we're just gonna go ahead and switch legs. And if your head is back, just keep your eyes in a neutral position on the ceiling. We're gonna do one more on each side, and then bring the knees back into your chest. We're gonna go to double leg stretch. So both legs go out, arms go up behind you. You circle the arms around and bring those knees in. So arms up, then we sort of lengthen back, really feeling those abs kicking in, and we pull it all in like a little ball. Oof. Always a little bit heavier to take two legs out than one leg. And we're gonna do one more. Okay, rock side to side, giving yourself just a little hug again. And it feels nice to massage the spine, right? Once we start doing these ab exercises, it loosens up our back a lot, right?
Yeah, no, it feels good.
Well, benefits. We're getting strong and flexible at the same time. That's the magic of Pilates. All right, cool. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come back up with the knees pulled in. This time you're gonna take your hands behind the head just for support with your elbows wide. You're gonna stretch one leg out. You're gonna rotate in towards the bent knee side and come back to center, bringing that leg back in. We alternate sides with this one. So we turn and bring it all back in. Stretch, rotate to the inside of the knee and bring it in. And keep alternating sides. This is gonna get a little more of that love handle area, a little more on the side of the abdominals. And this is the last one. Bring it all in, relax your head down. Hold on to your knees with your hands, let the legs come apart. We're gonna gently circle the legs around through the hips. So you're gonna keep the knees bent. This is called knee stirs. And you wanna kind of feel that you're actually holding on to the knee like it's a handle. And change direction of those knee stirs or circles. Okay, let's do one more of those. Excellent. Now, bring your knees into your chest. We're gonna put the hands this time actually on the back of the thigh. So the knees are gonna fold over, the calf will be on, basically resting on your hands. We're gonna do a little rolling. So we bring the chin up towards the chest, roll but controlled, and balance at the top. Yeah? We're gonna roll back down, just don't hit your head. Whatever you do, don't bring your head down too hard. It's not worth it. And then we're gonna go through this control when we come up, okay? Oops, okay. Now when you come up, we're gonna hold it, bring the knees wide, keep the inner ridge of the foot together, and put your hands on the lower leg with the fingers forward. This is very classical Pilates. Now we're gonna pull the abs back into rolling, and we're gonna come up and control it.
One bet.
Logic, it sounds logical, right? Once we get it all going.
It's called 2 months of no exercise. God, I used to be able to do these. Fuckers.
Let's practice a couple more. All right, we're gonna do one more roll, and then this time we're gonna put our feet down and just kind of control it. Awesome. All right, great. Okay, great job. It's been 2 months, but still can do it. Kind of working back into previous form, right?
Yeah,
all right.
really.
Scoot your hips back, get nice and tall. Bring the legs a little bit wider than your mat. We're gonna sit up straight and do a spine stretch. So again, if your hamstrings are tight, you can absolutely bend the knees. If not, straighten them so that it's a better stretch for you. We're gonna take the arms straight ahead. We nod the chin, pull the abs in and back while we reach the fingertips forward. As now you can feel it's why it's called spine stretch, right? We're stretching that out. And then we're gonna stack the spine up, almost like you're sitting up against a wall, right? So the chin goes down first, pull the abs in, you round the body, but you don't wanna rock the pelvis. You wanna stay really grounded through the pelvis. And kind of come up and get tall again. All right, let's do 2 more. I'm gonna go closer to the screen so I can see. Yeah, very nice. Get nice and tall again. Great job, ladies. Let's do 1 more. Okay, beautiful. Now, from here, all we're gonna do for the next one is we're gonna bring the legs in so that they're together. We're gonna sit up nice and tall. We're gonna put the hands on the top of the shoulder so the elbows are wide. Stay tall, and we're gonna rotate to either side. Get tall, like lengthen, like you're trying to get tall at the doctor's tape, right? You wanna show them you didn't shrink. Then go back to center. We're gonna rotate to the other side, get tall for that doctor's tape again, and come back to the center. Okay, we're gonna keep doing that, alternating sides. Get that height before coming back. And again, rotate, get that height, and we're just gonna do 1 more on each side. You got a nice stretch for the chest, and you should feel a lot of spinal areas also stretching and activating with that. Okay. All right, great. So now we're gonna do some stuff laying on our stomach. So however that works best for you to get in that position, we're gonna lay down on our stomach, and the legs are gonna be basically right behind you. Now, for the first one, we're gonna do Swan. So Swan, we externally rotate the thighs. So you turn out from the hips at the thigh. You bring the chest down to start, and the nose is just about 1 inch from the mat. The hands are outside the shoulders. Now, when you inhale, you bring the nose forward, chin, chest, and then the elbows will come up just a little. Try not to push too much into the hands. You can a little. And then lower back down, and then look at the mat, stopping about 1 inch from it. If you can inhale when you arch up, it's kind of nice. And then obviously you'll exhale as you lower back down. If you have tight shoulders, you could pivot the hands onto the pinkies. It might feel a little better as a chest stretch. That's the way I'm doing it. And back down, okay? All right, let's do 1 more. Coming up, open up the chest, feel that activation in the upper back, and come down, okay? Now, for the next one, we're going to come up into that swan position, but we're actually gonna then interlace the fingers in front of us. So your forearms and elbows are down. So this is a very pretty position. I think it's kind of like that Sphinx or like that maiden on a ship or something like that. So you wanna keep the chest reaching forward, bring your legs a little closer together. And this is called single leg kick. So take one leg, kick the foot to your butt and lower down, and go to the other leg. We're doing a pointed toe right now. Now, it's a really nice stretch for the quads and the hips. And you want to keep that navel pulled to spine. So that's that skin deep contraction so that we're strengthening the abs and core while we do this. Cool. Now we're going to flex the foot and do the same kicking. But now we bring that heel to the butt. Yeah. Flex and kick, kick. Right? And kick, kick. Pilates has always been an indoor exercise. It's always been nice in the summer anyway, because it's so hot here, right?
Wow.
A great way to get in shape inside. All right, cool. Now for the next one, we're going to lower down and we're going to turn onto one cheek. It can be a little awkward, I think, when you're setting up, even when you've done it a million times. So you're going to bring the legs together. Now, if your shoulders are flexible enough and you can interlace the fingers behind you, that's very traditional, and the arms come down. If that's not comfortable, you could do arms down, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate with the more advanced position. We kick both heels, so both legs go 3 kicks to your butt, and you bring the legs all the way back down. Then you lift the chest, you stretch your shoulders, you look forward to the edge of the mat, and you turn to the opposite cheek. Okay, so let's do that. So begin kicking 3 times. Lower the legs down, arch it up, stretch the shoulders, and turn to the other side. I'm gonna watch you guys. I've always found this one is hard to do while teaching because I think it's a challenging move. It does feel great though. It is such a great chest opener, a hip opener, and really activates that upper back and improves your posture for sure. Beautiful, ladies. One more. Good. Stretching out the day and then coming back down onto your cheek. Now, go ahead and push yourself up onto a seated position or a kneeling position. And we're going to transition to a side exercise. So you're going to lay on, actually, we're going to sit and bring the legs over to one side. So if you can point the toes, it's kind of nice. It feels good. And we're going to figure out how to sit on the hips in this position. I don't know anybody, I know a couple people I think that can get both sitting bones down. So do your best to get both sitting bones down. Usually one's going to be a little bit lifted. Okay? So this is called Mermaid. Take the arms out, get tall, move away from the feet. So the open side of the body, we reach the hand down, other side, Pat. Reach the hand down, come out to the elbow, stretch the opposite arm overhead. Okay, now from here, we're gonna come back up. We go towards the side where the feet are, we grab the ankles. Now the other arm comes behind the head and shoulder blades. So a really awesome side body stretch and tricep stretch. We're gonna do it again. So we come out to arm side, go away from the feet, sliding out towards the elbow, reach that arm up, the arm is straight. We're gonna come up, now we grab the ankles, the arm comes behind your head towards the shoulder blades for that tricep stretch. Another one, out to the side, slide out onto your elbow, and reach. Beautiful, come up, and use those abs, and grab the ankle, and then go into that nice kind of tricep stretch, really pretty movement. You can see why it's called Mermaid. We're gonna come out to the side with the arms and lower the arms down. Now to change sides, we can do a transition, which is like this, right? So it's a little bit like a teaser or a pivoting on the hips. So from here, we go arms out to the side, and we're gonna reach back out onto your elbow, nice. And lengthen everything out. Great. When you come up, we go over into that nice, that pretty movement there. Stretch it out. Beautiful, ladies. One more. Feels good, doesn't it?
Yep.
I think this is one of the best movements in Pilates. It's a very nice movement. We'll go up. And right into that nice stretch. And arms out to the side, and then float the arms down. All right, lovely. Now we're gonna lay down on the side of the body. You can swing the legs around. And we're going to position. You have some options. Traditional Pilates intermediate version is this. Neck, shoulder issues will often lay the head down. And advanced Pilates, people do it like this, okay? I usually do it or teach it in the intermediate version. So we're gonna have the legs straight, slightly in front of the body, feet are flexed. Whatever leg's on top, point the toe, externally rotate the leg. We're gonna lift the leg up for stretch and strengthen, flex the foot, internally rotate the hip and lower. Right, so it's got a little couple things to it, right? We're gonna point, turn out, lift, flex, internally rotate through the hip socket and lower. A great way to create more space through the hips. And then we'll often take some of the pressure off the lower back and just help you move better, walk better, feel better, right? Great, we're gonna do one more like this. Really reach for that heel, try to lengthen the thigh bone out from the hip. Now we're gonna reverse the order of that. So we have a flexed foot, we internally rotate and lift, point, and then externally rotate. So the whole time I'm thinking about lengthening my thigh bone out as much as possible. It'll just create a little more space through that hip. Great. Ladies, we're going to do one more. And really good. Awesome. Now, we're going to change sides. I'm going to give you guys a little exercise to change sides because I think it's fun. It's also challenging. So what you're going to do is you're going to scoot your body forward a little bit because we're going to need a little space behind us. So, oops, I hit the mic. Sorry, that probably didn't sound great. I hit the mic with my foot. At least I was doing Pilates when I did it. So from here, I'm on the edge of my mat. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay down on the arm. Now we're going to roll through a hundreds position to go to the other side. So watch how I do this. I'm going to roll, I got my arms overhead, and then I'm going to land on the other side. Right? Let's do that a couple of times. Okay, so all right, just do this with me. Okay, so from here, we're in like a little banana shape. And then once you roll on the back, the legs come up, the arms go overhead, it's hard. And then you roll on the other side. I'm gonna watch you. Makes it a little better view. All right. Yeah, that's it, cool. All right, awesome. So get yourself in a position where we can now do the second side of the side leg exercise. So if you want to face away from me, I can talk you through it. That's cool. If you want to change your position, you can. So the exercise we're doing, I'm going to switch and put my head on the other side of the mat so I can see you guys. And we go back into this setup with the head lifted, legs in front, point the toe, externally rotate and lift the leg, flex your foot, internally rotate and start to lower it. Does it feel good on your hips?
Yep.
Good.
This feels good to get exercise.
Yeah. It's so quiet. I live downtown.
Uh-huh.
It's always loud, but it's been so quiet. All right, so now we're going to flex the foot, internally rotate it, lift the leg up, point the toe, externally rotate it and lower it down.
Juicy lifted a lot today.
What's that?
Juicy lifted a lot today.
Lifted?
Yeah, like gyms can open tomorrow, so can pools.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they are opening, I think on the 16th at the J.
Are they?
It's not confirmed. That's the kind of working plan. Go ahead and lower it down. Roll on your back. So they're planning on reopening on the 16th. this class is happening next Tuesday at 5:30, and then on the 24th, we're moving it to Sunday mornings at 9:30, because they will have a core class, a different core class. It's not Pilates, but there'll still be a core class on Tuesdays at 5:30. I'll go over this with you guys at the end of the class. But they are reopening pretty soon. I think 16th is the plan. But before that, we're going to do a teaser. So for the teaser, we're going to bring the knees in, and you're going to put your hands around the back of the thighs, kind of like how we rolled up and back before. It's going to be very similar, but you're going to bring the chin to the chest. When you roll up, then straighten the knees, reach for the toes, bend the knees and roll down. And you can sort of hold onto the legs. That's kind of supportive. And it helps you, I think, get up there. Right? Good. Good. One more, ladies. I'm going to actually watch you guys. So you see. All right, great. All right, do we want to try a full version, traditional? So you're going to straighten the legs out. The traditional version, we start out a little more flat, right? You're going to round the back towards the mat. I will often bring my arms up if my shoulders are tight, which they are. And then as soon as you nod the chin, you get the legs to go up. You get into your pike, and you bring it back down. Now the key is to keep that low back rounding to the mat so we don't take a lot of pressure through there. So it should be all abs, all hamstring flexibility. Nice. Go ahead and come on down. All right, great job on that. So now we're going to come up to, we're going to do a couple things standing actually. So we're going to come up to a standing position any way you want to. See where we're at on time. Should be good. All right. So we're going to stand up in a neutral position. So your feet are going to be hip distance apart. Cool. You want to have some room because we're going to do a standing roll down. So you've got the feet about hip distance apart. Get nice and tall. We're going to bring the arms out to the side of the body. Push out through the fingertips. Push the feet down. Get so tall that the camera cuts you off. Bring the arms overhead. Nod your chin. Start to roll down. Bend your knees just a little to get your fingertips down on that mat. Okay, walk the hands out a little bit just so you can get them flat so you don't have to be on your fingertips. Then from here, we're gonna lift both heels up high, dropping one heel, bending the opposite knee. And then we lift both heels up high before going to the other side. Woo! This is a massive stretch for my calves. And lower down. Okay, you guys go. I want to watch you. Make sure that your neck is staying relaxed. I find that's often probably one of the things that kind of reduces the range of motion on this one. So keep your eyes toward your navel. Stay relaxed through there. All right, nice job. Good. So go ahead and start to lower both heels back. Start to walk your fingertips back towards the feet. Stay nice and relaxed. Keep those knees bent. And we're going to roll on up to standing. All right, great. Now, I kind of warned you to get a little bit of wall space available at the beginning of class. So let's go on over to the wall. We're just going to do some push-ups on the wall. So you're going to stand back about 3 or 4 feet with your hands on the wall. And we're going to go into some Pilates wall push-ups. So in Pilates, we're always strengthening the triceps, right? Because it looks nice to have good triceps and it feels good. It's good for posture. So that means on your push-ups, your elbows are going to bend towards the floor. That's a Pilates style push-up. As you do these, keep the abs tight, so again, that skin deep contraction, and maintain length through the spine and the rest of the body. Nice. Keep going, ladies. Great, now come on up and then turn the fingertips inward. This is a non-Pilates style, but it's going to focus on strengthening more of the chest muscles, which are nice. We want to look good when we wear low-cut shirts, right? So we do this one also. So by doing it this way, it will strengthen the chest muscles. And we go in and out. Right, so like this. So the elbows are bending a little bit more wide, right? Try not to let your chin move forward to the wall. Maintain that nice long spine and that abdominal contraction that you guys had on the traditional version. Beautiful. Go ahead and do one more. Really nice. Excellent. Come on back up. Come on over towards your standing space. I'm going to move the mic up, and I need to mute it to do that. Hang on. Awesome. So we're going to stand up back into our neutral stance. We're going to see how our balance is right now, okay? So from here, you're going to choose one leg that you're going to move. You're going to bring that leg in, point the toe, slide up to the inside of the knee. And if you need balance, use the wall. Right? We can go back to the wall. If this is okay for you, move the knee towards the outside of the body, okay? Move it back in. We'll do that 2 more times. If you need to step out of the balanced stance, that's okay. Just come back into it. Stay tall. Out to the side. Almost there. Now from here, slide that foot back down, lift the heel into a stretch, and then lower the foot down. Okay? So we're gonna do that on the other leg. Nice and tall, bring it in, point the toe, lift it. Check in with your balance, right? We're gonna move it out to the side, and then bring it forward. Staying with me there, good. And then bring it forward. Stay tall. Now start to slide that foot down and stretch the foot at the bottom. I'm going to show you that. So you're lifting that heel. It's kind of a nice stretch, and bring it down. All right, we're going to shake any tension out of the body. Bend the knees a little bit. Put one hand here in the lower abdominal, other hand on your chest. We're going to take some nice deep breaths. Just kind of doing a little body check-in. Try to control your breath by slowing it down. Try to reduce any upper chest breathing so that we're doing some more deep, full ribcage breaths. Cool, just check in with your ribs. Take a few deep breaths. See how the ribs are feeling to you. All right, you guys look awesome. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this class.